Good morning, my dear children. Yes, we are lucky to have this class. Once again, we are lucky to meet. So, what we were doing? We were discussing the first lesson, motion. Yes, we can continue that. And today, teacher is going to derive the equations of motion. What? Equations of motion. So last class I have mentioned the physical quantities related to motion, that is distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration and time are related, and that relation is derived by Galileo Galilei. And you are going to see the first derivation in your life, I think, because 9th standard the derivation starts. So you are going to derive the equations, and it is the equations of motion. Okay. Equations of motion. And children, we have three equations of motion, and the first one is velocity time relation. So the first equation of motion is also called the velocity time relation because it relates the velocity and time. And I am just writing the equation here, that is V. You know that V is the final velocity of an object in motion, and U, the initial velocity, U plus a t. So here when we consider a motion of an object, you have initial velocity, that object have initial velocity, then it has final velocity, and if the velocity changes, you know that acceleration will be there. And a is acceleration within the time t. The change takes place within a time interval t. So we are relating velocity and time in the first equation of motion. So if you are asked to write the first equation of motion, you have to write this equation, V is equal to U plus AT. Or sometimes you will be asked to write the velocity time relation, then also you have to write the same. So this is our first equation, and it is called the velocity time relation. Okay. Then the second one is position. You know that position can be expressed with distance or displacement. So generally position time relation. The second equation of motion is also called position time relation, and you know that the distance or displacement position is represented by capital letter S. So the equation I am going to write, S is equal to ut plus half a t square. S is equal to ut plus half a t square. That is the second equation. The third equation is position velocity relation. Position velocity relation. That is, here the equation is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So these are the three equations, and first is velocity time relation, second is position time relation, and the third equation of motion is also called the position velocity relation. Now we have to derive these three equations. The simple derivation is not needed for you. We are going to derive it using graph. And for deriving the equations of motion, children, we have to take the velocity time graph for an object under motion. So, let's start the derivation. Okay. So, the first one I am going to derive first equation of motion. So, that will be the question. Derive first equation of motion. Which is the first equation? It is V is equal to U plus AT. And for that, we have to consider an object moving with an initial velocity U. It is moving with a velocity at the starting time, 0 time, and it is U. And after a time t, it changes its velocity. And the final velocity is V. Here, the velocity changes. That means acceleration is there. And if the change in velocity is equal, change in velocity is uniform, then that will be uniform acceleration. That you have to take care. If the velocity is same, then zero acceleration. Velocity is changing and the change is equal in equal intervals of time, then the acceleration will be uniform. So, the object is under uniform acceleration A. So, whenever you derive an equation, you have to introduce the terms in that equation. So, you have to write like this. Consider an object moving with an initial velocity U. After a time t, its velocity changes to V. So, that an acceleration, a uniform acceleration A is produced. So, here we are dealing with uniformly accelerated motion and we will derive the equation. Okay. So, I am going to draw the graph, velocity time graph for that uniform motion. So, here I have velocity time graph. You know how to draw time along x-axis and velocity along y-axis. Okay. So, this is the origin and so children, at 0 time, it has a velocity, initial velocity is there. So, I am going to mark the initial velocity U, and after some time, after a time t, the object acquires a velocity V. So, after a time t, it has a velocity V. V is here. And if we plot the graph, this is the time interval. And if you plot the graph, you will get, this is the final point. Okay. So, uniform motion. So, the graph will be a straight line. The graph will be a straight line with a slope. So, once again I will draw the line. So, here it is U and you get a straight line, and I am going to mark this graph as A, B. So, we got a graph, a straight line AB with a slope. It has a slope. Okay. So, this is our graph. Now, I am going to represent this point as, this is B and this point is C. And now I am going to take the slope of the graph. What is the speciality of slope? What you will get? Yes, slope of velocity time graph gives a acceleration. So, I am going to find out the acceleration. Acceleration A is equal to slope of the graph AB. And how will you take the slope, children? For taking the slope, you have to join these points using straight line and they should meet at a point, and I am marking the point as D, and this time interval, this point I am going to mark it as E. Okay, so initial velocity is here, then final velocity is C, then we have the straight line graph, that is AB, and slope of the graph. Which is the slope of the graph? Yes, the slope is BD. BD is the slope of the graph. So here you have the slope BD. This is the slope. Okay, so BD is the slope and we are going to take BD. How will you take that slope? The slope is at this slope we are going to take, and slope is equal to y by x, is it? So slope is equal to, what is in the y-axis? So y by x is slope, that is equal, in this triangle ABD, y is this one, that is BD. So BD by x-axis, what is there? It is AD. So AD, clear? That is equal to, what is BD? What is BD? The total distance, you check children, BE. BE. And the total distance BE minus this DE gives what? BD. So BD is equal to, yes, BE minus DE. Okay. So what is BE? BE is the total distance, that is V minus 0. So this distance is what? BE. So V minus 0. So V minus 0 is V. And what is D? DE is U minus 0. D is what? U minus 0. That is U. So you got V minus U. So BD is V minus U. And what is AD? AD is equal to, AD is this distance. And what is this distance? It is equal to OE, that is T minus 0. AD is equal to T. Then we can substitute. A is equal to y by x, BD by AD, that is equal to, BD is V minus U and AD is T. Okay, so what we got? Acceleration is equal to V minus U divided by T, and I am going to cross multiply this. Then A and T comes together. AT is equal to V minus U, and I am taking minus U to this side, then it becomes AT plus U, that is equal to V. So I am going to write it like this: V is equal to U plus AT. V is equal to U plus AT. So we got the equation, that is a velocity time relation. So children, we have taken the slope of the graph. A is equal to, you know that it is BD by AD, and BD is this total distance BE minus this much distance DE. So you got V minus U, and AD, you know that it is OE. So it is T, and when you substitute, you will get A is equal to V minus U by T. Then cross multiplying, just rearranging, you will get AT is equal to V minus U, that is V is equal to U plus AT. This is the first equation. Okay, so now we have to move to the second equation of motion. Which is the first equation of motion? The first equation of motion is, yes, it is velocity time relation, and it is V is equal to U plus AT. Now I am going to teach you the second equation. Number 2, it is the position time relation, And which was that equation? Have you noted that? Noted it? S is equal to ut plus half a t square. Here also you have to introduce the terms used in this equation. Introduction is very, very important for a derivation. So, an object, consider an object moving with a velocity, initial velocity u. After a time t, it acquires a velocity v, that is a final velocity, and the change in velocity is there, and the change in velocity is uniform to produce uniform acceleration a. And during this time, it has covered a distance or displacement, yes. So, distance or displacement covered is yes. So, one more point you have to add in this. So, every derivation you have to introduce the terms, and from the velocity time graph we are going to derive. So, again I am drawing the velocity time graph. So, here time, then velocity. Now, you can mark it in your rough book along with me. So, starting point, and it has an initial velocity u, and its final velocity is v after a time t. So, you are going to get a straight line graph, and that graph is, the graph is AB is a graph with a slope because it is uniformly accelerated motion. Okay. Then I am going to mark this point as C. Okay. Then now how will we take the slope of the graph? Yes, to take the slope of the graph we have to meet these 2 points using straight lines, and they meet at a point D, and here the time, sorry, so this time is t. T is the time interval. Okay. So, we got the graph. Now, slope is AB. So, here, listen here children, here I want the displacement. How will you find the displacement from a velocity time graph? Displacement is given by, yes, the area under the graph. AB. How will we take the area? So, here the displacement S is equal to, we have to take the displacement, and area under the graph. What is the area under this graph? Yes, the area is the total area you need to take. This is the area under the graph, total area. And you know that this shape, it is a trapezium, right? And for this equation, teacher is going to divide this into 2. That is the total area, first one a triangle and the second one a rectangle. Okay, first one a triangle and rectangle. So, you have to sum up the area of a triangle and a rectangle. So, displacement is equal to area of triangle, which is a triangle ABD is a triangle, ABD plus area of this rectangle, which is our rectangle, area of rectangle. I am doing like this, indicating like this. So, it is O, A, D, and this point, we have to mark this point E. Mark this point E. So, O, A, D, E is the area. So, it is equal to. Then, what is the area of triangle ABD? You have to take the triangle ABD. So, listen, in this figure, what is the area? It is area of triangle is, so I am going to take the area. So, area of triangle BD is equal to, how will you find out the area? It is half BH, half base into height of the triangle. That is equal to half into base. Which is the base here? So base is move. So here area half into, which is a base, AD is a base. So base is AD, half into AD into height. This is a height, BD. BD is a height, is it? So it is equal to half into, you know that AD is equal to OE, that is T minus 0, that is T, half into T into. Then what is BD? BD we have already seen in the first equation. What is BD? Yes, BD is equal to, we have seen it as V minus U, and V minus U is equal to AT. So half into T into AT. Okay, it is what? Half A T square. T into T is T square. So half AT square. Okay. So we have found the area of triangle. Then now I am going to write the area of a rectangle. Which is our rectangle? Yes, the rectangle is OADE. So area of rectangle OADE is equal to, how will you find out the area of rectangle? Length into breadth, that is equal to length OE. OE into breadth is OA. OA. So what is OE? Already we have seen OE is T minus 0, that is T into, what is OA? OA, this distance is U minus 0, that is U. So you will get U into T. So now children, S is equal to, area of triangle ABD is half A T square. We are substituting it in that equation, and plus area of triangle OAD is UT. Yes, here is the equation, UT plus half A T square. So the displacement is equal to, displacement or position and time is related here, and this is our second equation of motion, and it is also called position time relation. Clear? So we have done two equations. Okay. Now I am going to the third equation of motion. Once again, so in the second equation you have to introduce in the same manner, then you have to find out the displacement. Displacement, you know, we have to find the displacement by taking the area under the graph, and here I am dividing this shape into two, that is triangle and rectangle, and area of triangle you have to find out, and area of rectangle, then substitute, and we will get the equation S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Today itself you have to practice this, then it will be okay for you. So the third and final equation of motion I will show you, that is number 3. It is the position velocity relation. Position velocity relation. Which is that equation? Yes, it is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. You are seeing this derivation for the first time, so practice it today itself, then it will be okay for you. Again I am going to draw the graph, velocity time graph, and here our velocity time graph, x-axis time Every time you have to repeat it. So velocity is here, and we are going to consider an object moving with a uniform velocity u, and after a time t it acquires a velocity v. Okay, so as to produce an acceleration, uniform acceleration a, and s is the displacement undergone. And now when you draw the graph for that uniformly accelerated motion, you will get a straight line. So a straight line with a slope, straight line with a slope. And this point, I am going to mark this point AB. AB is a graph. Then this point is C, and this, and you have to, if you want to take the slope of the graph, you have to join these two points with straight lines so that they meet at D, and the point, this point T. After time T, this point is E. And again here I am going to find out the displacement. How will you find out the displacement? Displacement is equal to area of the graph, area under the graph AB. So displacement S is equal to, here you know that the total area OABE, that total area, the shape is a trapezium. So directly we are going to find out the area of trapezium. Trapezium, you have to name that trapezium OABE, OABEO, OABO, you can name it likewise. So how will you find out the area of trapezium? You know the equation to find the area of trapezium. That is sum of parallel sides, sum of parallel sides divided by 2 into height. Sum of parallel sides, you know that two parallel sides are there, and the distance between that two parallel sides is taken as a height of the trapezium. Okay, so now we can take the sum of parallel sides. So here this is a trapezium, and the parallel sides are OA. So OA, and this is the second one BE, OA plus BE divided by 2 into height is the distance between the two parallel sides, that is this distance OE. So O, that is equal to, what is OA here? OA is, you know that U minus 0, that is U plus, and BE is the total distance, that is V minus 0, V divided by 2 into, so children, this distance BE is equal to OC, and OC is V minus 0, that is V, that is why I have written V here. And OE, what is OE? OE is T minus 0, the time taken. Okay, then I am going to write it as V plus U by 2 into T. From the first equation you have V is equal to U plus AT. From the first equation of motion, you know that V minus U, I am taking U to this side, V minus U is equal to AT, and we want T, so I am taking A to the opposite side, V minus U by A is equal to T. So we have V minus U by A is equal to T, and I am going to substitute V minus U by A. Okay, so how will we get? So here S is equal to V plus U into V minus U divided by 2A. Okay, so 2A I am going to take this side, then it becomes 2 into A into S, that is equal to, here, look here, V plus U into V minus U, that is A plus B into A minus B form. What is A plus B into A minus B? It is A square minus B square. So here we have V square minus U square by v square minus u square. So 2as is equal to v square minus u square. I am taking minus u square to the left hand side, then it becomes u square plus 2as is equal to v square. Here we have the third equation, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So what we have taken? We have taken the displacement only and area of trapezium. The equation you should know, sum of parallel sides. In this shape, the parallel sides are OA and BE. So the sum I have taken divided by 2 into height. Height means the distance between the parallel sides, that is OE. And I have substituted OA, U, B, V by 2 into T. OE is T, you know that. Okay. Then U plus V, I have written V plus U. No change. V plus U by 2 into, from the first equation of motion, I have taken V minus U by A is equal to T and have substituted here. And children, look here, A plus B into A minus B is given, that is A square minus B square, that is V square minus U square. So 2A we can take to the opposite side, so U square plus 2AS is equal to V square, or V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. These are the three equations of motion, and you have to write these three equations, derive the three equations in your notebook and practice it today itself. Then it will be okay for you. So for deriving the three equations, you have to draw the velocity time graph. Don't forget that. Okay, this is the derivation of three equations. Okay children, so you have to practice it.